Hello friends, and welcome to our midweek update for October 30th, 2024. And here's a couple of things I want you to know. First of all, right around the corner is our student big weekend. They're going to spend time at Frontier Cove. Students are going to do a retreat coming up this next weekend. I'm letting you know that just so as you think about it over the weekend, would you pray for our students, our student ministry? As many of you know, many of our students, they're at that time in life, they're making decisions about Christ that will affect the rest of their lives. And please pray for a fruitful weekend for Stuart Tilley, our student ministry, and our students as well. Okay, so that's coming up October 1, 2, and 3. Please be praying for that. Also, here's an opportunity for you to serve. Starting November 11th is going to be Trav's Coats for Kids. And again, we work with agencies throughout Tulsa, Channel 6, we work with Yale Cleaners. People in Tulsa are going to bring their coats to Yale Cleaners. Yale will clean them up, bring them to us, and we'll distribute these through our caring center both downtown and out south. And so this is a big undertaking. And so I would encourage you as an individual, if you're looking for an opportunity to serve with your kids or your grandkids, as a community group, to sign up for a time to serve, because this is going to go all the way through December 21st. And so this is going to be a long run of providing coats for our community and serving in the name of Christ. Third thing I want you to know about is our floor by floor Thanksgiving. If you're in a community group, on Sunday, November 17th, we'll set up tables on all of our major floors where community groups meet, encouraging you to do kind of a potluck on that Sunday morning, share brunch together, not only fellowship with people in your class, but get to know people that you share the same space with around campus, and of course have that Bible study time. But we're having a little bit of a floor by floor Thanksgiving on that Sunday morning, November 17th. Okay, so here's the passage of scripture I would encourage you to read through and pray this week. It's Psalm 100. And this actually predates me. When our church had its 100th anniversary back in the 1990s, 1997, the church took the 100th Psalm and memorized it, and it was kind of the theme psalm for that entire year. And those of you who are around at that time, you remember that. But this is a psalm about worship, and it hits several different buttons that we should be aware of when it comes to worship. One is emotion. Shout for joy to the Lord, all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. So worship, not necessarily, but worship can involve our emotions. Worship also involves our intellect. Know that the Lord is God. So I look at those as two different languages. Some people are more emotional in their worship, some are more cognitive. More emotional people tend to enjoy music a bit more. Those who are more cognitive want the teaching time, but both have a place in worship. And then there's also that element of action. The idea that enter his gates with thanksgiving, enter his courts with praise. That no matter if you feel like it or not, no matter if everything's making sense or not, we engage in worship. In fact, I believe that worship is more valuable when we don't feel like worshiping rather than when we do. Because when we feel like worshiping, there's no sacrifice involved. But when our spirit lags a little bit or our intellect drags a bit, when we worship, when we make that decision, I'm going to worship anyway, there's the essence of Christian sacrifice in that. And what happens typically is our emotions and our intellect catch up with our action, our decision to worship. Worship when you feel like it, and worship when you don't feel like it, and it might mean even more. Pray through this, read through Psalm 100. Hey, if you didn't memorize it back in 1997, memorize it today and use it as a prayer as you approach worship, as you drive downtown, as you come to church. Use this as a prayer of preparation as you worship on any given Sunday morning. Love you, love serving as your pastor. Look forward to a great month of November together. God bless you. I'll see you soon.